Welcome to part two. We're joined by Gerry. Women love him, men want to be him.
You right, mate?
He's got a mullet, he's got a Magnum Tash and a Ford Capri. Haven't you, Gerry?
My brother always wanted a Ford Capri back in the 80s.
Oh, didn't you have a Ford Capri, Gerry?
No, I don't drive, mate.
Don't drive.
No, not yet.
How did you do your gigs then?
Well, we used to hire, actually, you'd like this. We used to hire, well, the drummer used to drive, but then we used to hire this guy called Paul, who is a fellow Yorkshireman.
Yeah.
Absolute legend, Paul was. And he used to drive us about in a transit.
Yeah. What do you think to Ryan Garcia situation, Gerry? What do you think to it?
And you're referring to the whole madness that he put out that video trying to crack me dead.
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. That is the weirdest thing. The guy come up to me on work and goes, I hope it's not true about Ryan Garcia. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he goes, I think he might be dead. And I was like, what? So he sent me a couple of links, and naturally I watched the video and whatnot and read a couple of things regarding either his wife or his former wife, Ryan Garcia's wife. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard of, mate. It's just so strange. Obviously I'm glad it wasn't true, but I don't think he's right in the head. What do you think?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. What do you reckon?
I think he's he's a talented fighter and whatnot, and I think we should be good to see him obviously carry on with his career, but that's not the only weird thing he's done, if I recall correctly. So that was extreme. That video was extreme. Like all the satanic stuff and
I think his head's gone, basically, me. I think his head's gone. You don't try and sell a fight like that. I mean, how can they sign him off to get in ring and he's been speaking like this? What if all happens? He's been speaking like a crazy man.
yeah, you couldn't have put it better, really, mate. That's just not normal behavior, like And if it's to sell the fight, well, it's just bonkers, mate. It's just bonkers.
Yeah. Yeah, poor Ryan Garcia, we wish him well. But Oscar De La Hoya, come on, get him in a clinic or something, get him some help. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's what he needs, doesn't he, really? Right, Ben Pacquiao. It looks like it's more or less a done deal, they're saying. Ben Pacquiao, what do you think?
uh, garbage.
Anyway, going with this with Crusher Ben. Everything we've been saying has come true. If he loses to Pacquiao, it's an 8-weight champion. If he wins, he's beaten 8-weight champion. So it's a win-win, isn't it? Eubank fight's
Yeah,
always going to be there, isn't it? They might even hang on for Saudi for that. You know?
all bases are covered really with
Eubank,
fighting someone like Pacquiao.
Eubank will be hanging on for Saudi for that, you know.
You reckon?
Yeah, come on. Of course, he'd have signed by now, but all this Saudi money's turned all the rest. But why else would Eubank not be signing to fight somebody, knowing that he's coming off a big win like that and he can do weight all right? Come on, why is he not signed? It's on a plate for him. He don't want it in UK. He wants to go to Saudi. In my opinion, he's hanging on for that Saudi lolly, like they all are. They're all edging the bets. And he's just getting on with it. Get some fighting done. That's all we want. That's all we want to see, Gerry, innit?
Yeah, of course, mate. Of course. But we want to see the best fight the best. We don't want to see, former legends who have retired coming fighting, supposedly new young up and comers. Like, I don't want to see that fight. And I actually hope Pacquiao beats him, and he might be able to, but I still don't want to see it.
You know what I mean? I still can't get over Carl's video he's put out on his channel. I can't get over it, man.
He's mad, that's
Savage.
all I think.
Savage. Savage, man. Proper savage, man. Phew, God. He's proper put his son out there now, the Cobra. Whoa. That's what it's needed. It's what it's needed. It's what it's needed. I mean, all it needs now is Sugar Ray Leonard or James Toney or Holyfield or any of them boys to come out. Mike Tyson won't while he's filling his boots. My Holyfield won't. He's been trying to get a few quid, hasn't he? Do you see what I mean? This is what you're up against. But obviously, Cobra don't need a few quid. He's just come out and told it straight, hasn't he? He can look in the mirror, can't he, now?
Yeah, he's always been able to look in the mirror, though.
Oh, he's always. Not. He's his own man, isn't it, Cobra?
Yeah.
He's his own man. Let me tell you this. Do you think for 1 minute he'd let John Fury step to him?
No. No way.
I don't. I
He'd
don't.
take him out.
Yeah, well.
Take him out.
Roll the dice. Yeah.
Carl has been, you know what? With that whole situation, like Carl was actually really respectful about that. He could have, been a little bit less classy, but he handled that perfectly well. Because he could have went all in the trash talking to John Fury, and he didn't. You know, he said it with class. I think.
Put it this way, he could compete, I think, for an English title at cruiserweight now. I'd have thought 10-year out at game, you could put gloves on him now and he'd get in there for an English title at cruiserweight. That's what I think. Looking at it realistically and not being a fanboy, I think you could put gloves on him now and he'd be at a level of English title level. I do. At cruiserweight.
Well, he's kept himself in shape, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's kept his son in good nick, hasn't he?
Looked after himself. So why not?
Yeah, why not? So does old Pop Bang think he could put it on the Cobra? Come on. Hey?
No, I don't.
Pop Bang, he's always there, isn't he, or thereabouts? Hey, he's always got a story, hasn't he? He's always got a story, though, hasn't he, or something to say. Hasn't he, old Pop Bang?
I didn't see him last Friday. I didn't see him.
Oh, he was there, man. He was there. He was there. He got to opening of an envelope, old Pop Bang. Hey?
You know, that's brilliantly put, mate. Opening of an envelope.
Old Pop. Do you know what I mean? The Popper. Hey, he's everywhere,
he loves the attention, doesn't he?
Hey?
He loves the attention.
Yeah. I mean, Eddie Hills is talking London, isn't he, for Ben Pacquiao or Saudi? Who'd buy into that in London, that, though? Ben Pacquiao, come on. Who'd buy into that in UK? Would people come out in the droves for that? Would they? Come on. Really?
No way.
UK?
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Jerry, would they?
No way, mate. They would. That fight would be done in Saudi because Pacquiao's all over Saudi at the minute. So, no. If anyone came out for that in London, they need their head seen to.
They need the what?
Need their head seen to.
They need something, don't they?
You need looked at, yeah, definitely, because that's garbage.
Hey. Do we think Max is doing any training, Jerry?
Hope so. Hope he's
I hope he's training hard. Max, come see me. Get you on these scales, Maxie. We'll get you on these scales. We'll get you down to Nick Manners. We've got Torrance waiting for you. Max's worst nightmare, Torrance.
Really?
To be fair to Max, he's got a solid jab, but that Torrance, to say you were a no-bouter, put hands on Max. Put hands on him.
Is he ever going to fight again?
Max is one-on-one. He's waiting for Big Ron to sort something out. Big Ron's got something bubbling for Max, apparently. Well, we're still waiting, Big Ron. The Cobra's
Really
come
going
out.
off the boil.
The Cobra's come out. He's demanding respect for the British title.
Oh, 100%.
What do we think to that, Jerry?
Undervalued belt. I think it's because there's. What was that, Ross?
It's undervalued, isn't it? British title, isn't it? Come on.
Yeah. Like, I believe it's the just trinket belt fest. Trinket belts for this, and people are looking at other, because there's other avenues. They're looking at other avenues and they're dodging that, and it's kind of hurting the prestige that the British title has, which is really really sad. There needs to be more respect for the British title, as Carter says. So, you know, the sooner some of the young and up and coming guys make a big fuss about holding the belt, the better. That's what I say.
So, do you agree with what he said then, Jerry?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
100% agree. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I agree as well. Because I like the British title. I think it means something. I think it means something, the British title, mate. Do you know what I mean? There's too many people, right, don't want to go for British title. They want to go the trinket belt route to buy a ranking. So when they get to the title shot, they're not prepared for it, Jerry. That's why they're getting knocked out. Whereas if they go the British title route and learn the craft at British title level, then they go through the rankings and they earn that ranking. Then when they go for title, they're ready, aren't they?
I agree, absolutely. Couldn't have put it better, mate.
Do you know what I mean? It's not rocket science, is it? It's not. It's like when like a 17, 18-year-old footballer gets into Premier League teams. They don't just flog them to death, do they? At first, they like ease them in, don't they? You know, unless you're like a Michael Owen or somebody like that, and you know they roll dice on you or a Giggs and that. But they're very few and far between them at that age, aren't they? You know, that 17, 18.
Yeah, I mean, there's an established system, established way of doing things, and you bring up talent properly. Yeah. None of this fast tracking, unless you're something special, like you were saying about your Michael Owens or your Giggses.
Yeah.
So it should be the same with boxing.
You what, mate?
It should be the same with boxing.
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be the same with boxing. We're hoping, aren't we? But how do you see Wardley against It's Big Freeze, the giant Karamak Easter egg?
I'm picking Wardley. I know you're picking.
No, I'm going for It's Big Freeze. Wardley's a big stiff. I'm going for It's Big Freeze by KO. When he lets that rocket launcher go right under his, it's KO. Team Big Freeze all the way.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna say Wardley.
AKA Fat Joe.
I'm picking Wardley KO round 8, mate.
I'm going to go It's Big Freeze. I'm going to throw a curveball. I think he's got it in him. Do you know what I mean? I don't believe all them stories about him dossing it off over at EIS for all them years and decades that he were there. I believe he learnt his craft and I believe he's ready. He's 33 in a couple of months. He needs to get a move on, but I'm going It's Big Freeze in a round 9 KO bloodbath.
Right. Okay, so round 9 KO for Big
round
Freeze.
Round 9 KO. It's Big Freeze all the way in a bloodbath.
Okay, Wardley KO round 8. We'll see what happens.
We'll see
I'm
what
looking forward to it.
You what?
I'm looking forward to it, mate. Looking forward to that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you not think It's Big Freeze? His gas tank was a little bit suspect last time out.
Oh, against the last one, or the Dave Allen one, or both?
No, the last one.
I think It's Big Freeze might need to just lose a stone or something to look a little bit more mobile, if you know what I mean. Because he's a big old lump in It's Big Freeze, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know why he got that big, don't you? So that cheese he eats. You know what I mean? So it's Big Freeze needs to trim up and he'll do Wardley. But I'm not going to say, but if this happens, I can see Wardley winning. No, I'm just going to go for It's Big Freeze all the way. All the chips
Yeah.
on It's Big Freeze, round 9. There you go. I wonder what odds would be for a 50 bullseye. On It's Big
That's
Freeze.
why
Imagine if it come off, I'd be a ledge, wouldn't I?
yeah, that's why I'm decided because you're always saying that. No, just pick somebody. Don't none of this sitting on the fence type of shit. So I'm picking Wardley round 8 knockout.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, mate.
Yeah, we will see, won't we? We don't
Yeah.
usually talk about Tom Loeffler, but you know that American guy, he's always got plenty to say for himself, hasn't he? Do you know what I
Who,
mean?
sorry?
Tom Loeffler, you know that American dude? Do you know what I mean? Is he something? What is something to do with Golovkin, one of his handlers, and Klitschko's and all that? Do you know what I mean? That Tom Loeffler, he's always piping up, isn't he?
I've just had a look, mate. Yeah, you're right. There's a photo of him with Golovkin and
Yeah, he's always
Klitschko.
piping up that Tom Loeffler. Like he's a big noise. I hope Eddie Hills puts him in his place. I've gone off him, Tom Loeffler. You know what I mean? What do you think about the
He puts
Cobra going on about UFC being fastest rising sport and he's saying he's going to watch it and that? Do you think loads are turning off boxing going to UFC? I know statistics say they are, but do you think it'll even it set up soon or do you think we're going to lose?
uh,
I think we're going to lose more people.
I noticed a shift about just over 10 years ago, particularly when the likes of Conor McGregor and stuff was coming out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were telling me they didn't boxing shit. It's always mismatches. And I was like, you don't know what you're talking about. And I don't know, because I felt like the big shift was maybe a while ago. I don't know if it's slowed down any or it hasn't, because whether we like it or not, maybe maybe some people are being turned on to proper stuff, proper boxing with the misfitsy type stuff. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe it's balancing out a little bit more, but I really don't know. I'm not a UFC fan. I never have been. Doesn't interest me at all. I just know that there seems to be a lot of people that watch it. I know people that watch both, but there seems to be a lot of people who I've encountered who are just they're all about um they're all about UFC and mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, doesn't interest me.
Yeah. What do you think to Yard against Boatti being mooted for London?
Well, if that's being done in London, that can only be a good thing, right?
Good thing. That'll be the best
Yeah,
thing to happen to sport in UK if Frank Warren, and aka Brick Top, if he can
yeah.
put Yard Boatti on, he is the man, as far as I am concerned. If he can do that, I'll ease off on the Brick Top one-liners for a few months.
Excuse me.
So see if
Well,
you can get it done, old Din Ted.
I mean, we all love to see it. So, if that gets made, that's fantastic. I didn't think Yard fancied it initially. I know Boatti did, but maybe he's changed his mind. It'll be fantastic as well. I think it'll be quite action packed. I'm not sure who I would pick just yet. What about you? Who do you think?
What
Who would you
fight's
go
that?
with? Yard, Boatti. Who would you pick?
I think I'd pick
If it,
Boatti. I think he'd have too much for him, skill-wise.
yeah, not haven't decided myself. Haven't decided.
Yard's a slugger, isn't he?
He really is. He really is.
You know what I mean? And when he stepped up to that level, he hasn't been able to get him out there, has he?
No, even an old man, Kovalev.
He couldn't get
No
Kovalev
disrespect.
out there, and he couldn't get Beterbiev out there. First time with Lyndon Arthur. He's come on since then. But I think Boatti might just have enough for him. But I think it's a 52-48 fight in Boatsi's favour. It's that close. But I think you'd make Boatti the favourite, wouldn't you?
I think that's a fair assessment. Yeah, I have to say, it sounded pretty fair to me. So I'd probably go with Boatti as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, particularly after his last fight, Falazi. So
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very, very interesting that. I can't get over Usyk training his nuts off and Tyson swanning about like he ain't got a care in world. Usyk's training like a Trojan, isn't he? He's not all over the place, is he?
no,
We're
but
2 months away
you
here,
know,
aren't we?
out of those two guys, which man is the absolute, lives and breathes the sport, and he's a very, very serious guy when it comes to it. So, would you expect anything less? You know what Fury should be doing, but maybe he's not. But you wouldn't expect anything less from Usyk, would you?
No, you won't. You won't. Usyk will train for this like it's the fight of his life, won't he?
100%, mate. Absolutely.
Who's your money on for that fight, Jerry?
Oh, Usyk, always been Usyk.
Has it?
Yeah.
Who's your top four? Who's your top four in world now, heavyweights?
Heavyweights. Usyk number one for me. Fury number two. Who am I going to put number three? I originally had Joshua in around about number three. There's a case to be made. Zhang was in the mix as well, and that's kind of been swapped about recently. I'm going to go mad and say I'll stick Parker.
The Stinkinator
Parker
number
Joshua.
3. Oh my God, Jerry.
No. Parker number 4, Joshua number 3.
Yeah, Joshua's already done him, hasn't he?
Fury number 2 and Usyk number 1.
You know what? That's a good top 4. That Usyk number 1, Fury 2, Joshua 3, Parker 4. Who would you put 5? It's like a choice of Zhang, Dubois, Joyce, isn't it?
Yeah. So Zhang's had a loss. Don't think I could put Dubois in number 5, could I? After beating Jarrell Miller. Maybe I'll pick an easy one and just put Zhang number 5, just knock him down a peg or two, because I kind of had him sitting around number 4. So we'll maybe just swap him around with Parker. Put Zhang number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your top 5 pound for pound, Jerry?
Usyk. Beterbiev. Inoue. Haney. It's 4 in it.
Yeah. What about Crawford?
Who else? Oh, Crawford. Yeah, Jesus, how could I forget Crawford? Yeah, that's who my pound for pound top 5 are.
You could put that in any order, really, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Big case for Crawford being number 1 as well.
What about
really.
Tank?
You can make an argument for him, like, that's just who I pick. I wouldn't pan anyone for saying Tank, like.
You could slip Tank in there, couldn't you? You could slip.
Yeah, definitely could. Yeah.
J.O. Patia in. Maybe needs another couple of wins to be really in top 6. But Bivol, you could put Bam Rodriguez in there, couldn't you?
I mean, a few months back, I might have even had Bivol in there in place of Beterbiev, but I've kind of went with Beterbiev now. Um, looking forward to that. Looking forward to that fight between those two. Yeah, you
Oh,
could easily slip in any of those names that you've just mentioned there, Russ.
hey, you what?
You could easily have put any of those other names that you suggested in top five and your top five pound for pound.
Yeah. Yeah, Big Malk's come out saying that Joshua and Garner was a gross text mismatch. Big Malk wasn't saying that a week ago.
No way, absolutely not.
Big Malk, he's always there or thereabouts, isn't he? Hey,
Yeah,
you know, it's Dillian Whyte's come out explaining his situation about his license and God knows what, and you know, Dillian Whyte back in mix. What's going on here with this here? Where are we heading here with this?
no
Are they
idea.
serving silent bans, these people? What's going on? Why are people having massive long periods shrouded in mystery out of the sport? Like White and stuff like that, and BENN, we're not getting to the bottom of it, are we?
That's my theory about White. Has to be. Only he did the smart thing and didn't go kicking and screaming.
And if there's a gagging order, nobody can say Jack, can they?
Yeah, true.
Do you know what
Silence.
I mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
has to be a silent ban.
hey,
Has to be a silent ban for White. Has to be.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But do you think Fury's getting too much stick for his uh, performance against Ngannou? Do you think he cares?
Uh, yeah, I do think he cares. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's been. Yeah, I think that's been. Yeah, yeah. I think he's. You know, he's. I think he's been embarrassed a little bit. Did you not see his face last week? It was hilarious. He I don't think he thought Joshua was going. He said he was going to knock him out in round one. I don't think he meant that really. I think he's maybe um, regretting not taking Ngannou seriously and just getting rid of him like he should have. I reckon that's just my opinion. Like, but maybe he doesn't give a shit. But I reckon he's a bit pissed off at that.
I know. What did you think to Ngannou putting it on old Pop Bang and Tyson and all of them, all them four of them, Tommy and that other dude, that minder, putting it on all of them, take them all outside and dust them.
What happened? I didn't see
I
that.
didn't see any.
I
I
didn't.
didn't see any. I didn't see any energy from Pop Bang to jump out of his chair. It
Where
was
was
at
that?
presser,
What?
wasn't it? At presser.
Oh, I never seen that. I never seen that. That's
Yeah, I
hilarious.
thought it was funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
He probably would as well. He probably would have done them all in.
you
Wrestled under the ground with some of that wrestling stuff that he's got under his belt.
know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it is what it is, isn't it? What's happening in Irish boxing, Jerry? Tell me.
Jeez, I haven't been paying attention to Irish boxing at all. You've got that kid, Paddy Donovan, kind of coming up through the ranks. It'd be good to see him in the mix at some point this year. I heard talk about they might be looking to match him up with Crocker, that fella Lewis Crocker. So that actually be quite a good domestic dust up. But I could also see them avoiding each other just to perhaps go different directions and try and earn their craft that way. But um, I'm not mega up on my Irish boxing at the minute, believe it or not. So um, maybe I should be, but I haven't really been paying that much attention to be honest.
No.
No,
Who's
I think that's
Who's top 5 trainers in country for you, Jerry, in UK? Who's best at the moment? Who do you respect and rate out of these UK trainers?
I mean, I always stick Joe Gallagher up at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been sort of, you see a lot less of Joe Gallagher, like, but you know, for all of his achievements, you know, I kind of favor him for being in the number 1 spot. Um, I don't know whether to like. I do like think Shane McGuigan's a good trainer, and Ben Davidson. I guess Ben Davidson's kind of been in the limelight a lot more. You know, obviously with Joshua and becoming his new trainer, etc. But um, you could make an argument for him being up there as well. Shane McGuigan. I'm just trying to think who else. Who is Bacoli? Who do you call Bacoli's trainer? Billy. He's actually Lewis Crocker's trainer as well.
Yeah. I don't know.
Billy Nelson.
I'll tell you who I rate. Dominic Ingle, Joe Gallagher, Mark Tibbs, Peter
Still
Fury.
there, mate?
Right. Pardon?
You still there, mate? Sorry.
Can you hear me?
For a minute there.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Jerry? Where's Jerry gone?
Yeah, I can't hear you there, mate.
Can you hear me now? Aren't we all right here? What's going on here? Right,
I can hear you now.
You can hear me now, can you, Jerry? Right. Well, I was just saying, I rate. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah. Dominic Ingle, Joe Gallagher, Peter Fury, Mark Tibbs. I rate. Grant Smith. I rate Chris Smedley. I rate Josh Whale. I rate Steffi Bull, Carl Greaves. I rate all them. There's loads of other trainers down south. Eddie Lamb. I rate all trainers. They've got board licenses. They're putting the time in, aren't they? Right. It's just luck if you get drop on somebody or you click. That's all it is. They can all hold pads, can all train. It's just luck. There is bad trainers out there. There's some that have winged it. Ben Davison, McGuigan, they're dining at top table, aren't you? Your Gallagher's and that. I rate Stu Curry from Barton ABC Manchester. He don't train pros. They're putting the time in as amateur trainers. You know, day in, day out. All trainers.
Yeah.
We rate, don't we? There's a lot of trainers don't take no out of game. Look at Glenn Rhodes. Do you know what I mean? Where's his world champions for the time he's put in? It's just luck. You can be around sport years and not drop on anybody, you know. But it's an hard job, and it's getting harder for these trainers now because no kids are coming through, and they're not, and fighters that are here are not active, and them that have got a bit of a padded record now, 14 or 15 and 0, on average, if you look at the statistics, they're all hanging back because they're waiting for the phone because they think the record looks attractive to go over there. And it's had a knock-on effect, you know. So I looked at it. People know I'm right, but they don't want to say, do they? So, but I'm going to say it. When laminate holders are telling me that, I feel the pain. I know it's hard for them. I know how hard it is for matchmakers, and they're getting all stick, aren't they? They're matching with garbage now. It's garbage. There's some of these imports that are coming in from Bulgaria and Romania and stuff like that. Some of them. Is anybody checking the records? Because some of them are not even white collar. You know.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Well, listen, thanks for coming on, Jerry.
No worries, mate.
Hope you're well, mate. All right. You take care.
No sweat. Take it easy, mate.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Booyaka.